Okay, we are in Hall A5 here, and this is one of the halls adjacent to A6 where we spend most of our time filming the high-end mineral dealers. And if you were watching our show, our live from the Munich Show last year, you will remember a young artist named Nika came up to me and presented a wonderful gift to me, which was her painting of the rabbit ears BlueCap tourmaline that I use as my logo for my company because that was my father's favorite piece out of the tourmaline queen mine, which he owned. Nika's here today, and you can see right behind me is an exhibit of paintings that she has brought to the Munich Show. So she finally has her own exhibit here. So let's go catch up with her and chat with her about what she's done with the new mineral paintings here at the 2024 Munich Show. Nika, how are you? Great to see you. I am so happy that you're here and that we can finally get you on camera and we can talk about some of your mineral art.
It makes two of us.
Oh yeah, no, great. I'm going to show people this just to remind them that this was the piece that you presented to me last year when you first introduced yourself to me.
Yeah.
And I was so blown away. That's finally come home. I've been so careful about it because it's an oil painting.
Exactly.
And it wasn't completely dried because you were doing it like at the last minute, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I did two flights, one from Florence to here and then to your home. So yeah, I was worrying about that.
Yeah, so it arrived safely. Everything was perfect. It's now in my office up at my home and I love it. I'm so glad that you are here. Let's talk about some of your other pieces, but before we do, I want you to give me a little bit of background about when you started painting and when you got into mineral painting.
So I actually painted since I was a kid.
Okay.
Not like a main hobby and not definitely not as a professional. But yeah, I took paint classes as all kids do in my country and just then painted occasionally something. I had no idea about mineral world at all until I met my boyfriend that is the main geologist and collector in the family.
Okay.
So actually when it was COVID time and he was extremely upset because he couldn't go to the shows and everything.
Right.
I decided to paint him a mineral and give it as a gift. At least he has something to look at. So that was the
that
first
was the
time.
start.
Yeah,
so that's one of the good things that came out of COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
You doing mineral paintings.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so when you were being taught as a child, you were probably doing watercolors.
I was doing acrylics and a little bit of watercolors, but I was never particularly attached to watercolors. So
when did you switch to oil, and what was the catalyst?
I just wanted to try. I had one art class, and I said to the teacher if we can try something in oil. So I just actually did one painting by that time in oils, and I liked the process, and that's it.
I love it. Okay.
Nothing particular about that story.
Okay. Well, hey, we got to find out. Let's go through your paintings. You have it on 3 walls here.
Exactly.
Love the fact that that Christoph Keilman has invited you here, and actually, you were telling me earlier you couldn't make it in time, so they were doing the mounting and everything.
And they did a fantastic job. I was a little bit worried because obviously when I don't know what's going on, it's always worrying. But
of course.
Perfect. Very happy, yeah.
All right, well, let's go through some of the ones that you have on exhibit here.
Yeah, so basically that one, as well as the next painting you'll show is, they're both minerals from my boyfriend's collection.
Okay.
And I just had a picture of them and I tried to do an artistic copy. They're obviously...
Was this the COVID painting?
Pardon?
Was this the COVID painting?
No,
okay. That one is
home. Here. We will get
we'll
to
see it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I actually do two kind of paintings because it is not always so much fun to do an exact copy. Being a creative person, I would also like to maybe give my own input.
Okay.
So the first type of paintings is from the photos, and the other type of painting is when I study different photos of one kind of minerals, the associations and the positions the crystal grow to and everything, and then I kind of put up my own design, let's say, based, of course, on the on something real and controlled by.
Okay, so you have samples of those here.
Yes, yeah.
Let's
yeah,
take a
yeah,
look.
Yeah. Well, here is still the part with the copying, let's say.
Okay.
This
is from the photographs.
Yes, and this is the first ever piece.
This is the first ever piece
Yeah.
that you painted for your boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. And that was from a piece that's still in his collection.
No, it's not in this collection. We wish.
Okay.
It is from Fine Art Minerals from Mustafa.
Okay, from
yeah.
Ghulam Mustafa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this was a photograph that
Yeah,
you saw.
I saw it
and you
online.
painted that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I just. I hope he doesn't mind because actually at the time didn't ask any permission. It was for us.
He's
so.
such a wonderful guy. I'm sure he'd
Yeah.
be very, very happy. So what was it about this photograph or this specimen that you said, I want to paint that?
It was mostly thought to my boyfriend that adores aquamarines. He has
Okay.
two passion, Russian fluorites and aquamarines. So I didn't do a Russian fluorite yet, but that was, and I love the color. The colors
Super.
are amazing. So, and it was quite an easy shape to start with.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
Now this fluorite, this is based on a photograph by
Laszlo. And it
Kuppi.
is from his collection, I believe.
And that's
yeah.
from Laszlo's collection.
Yeah,
And again, what drew you to this fluorite to make you want to paint that?
color.
It was
It
the
is
color.
usually it is the color and the position. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you see, I like all the strong colors and also the pastel colors like pinkish or bluish colors. So
Wonderful. Okay, and then this final one here, this opal, this photograph was from Tom Spam.
exactly.
And whose collection is this from?
I believe it is in a museum.
Okay.
I think it is still in his collection, but I believe it is in a museum.
And what drew you to this, to want to paint it?
I love the opal, the highlight, yeah.
Gotcha. Superb, superb. Okay,
And
let's talk about these.
yes, and these are exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
I studied different types, different photos, and just composed my own thing for these two. And these, let's say, they're inspired by what could actually be maybe changing some details.
You know, I love it because everyone talks about that process, but we refer to it these days as like AI. You know, it's like the computer's going to generate something
Yeah.
that doesn't exist in reality. And so
Exactly.
the question is there offense that it doesn't exist in reality, or is there offense that it's computer generated? That's what we deal with. But
Yeah.
what you did is you took a variety of things and you created something that doesn't exist in reality, but it's definitely not AI. This came from
Exactly.
your
And,
heart and your thoughts.
You never know. Maybe someday something similar comes out because it is not exactly very strange looking.
Yeah,
It is,
exactly.
quite normal.
It's not fantastical.
Exactly.
It's just, okay, let me add another
yeah,
crystal there.
Exactly.
I love it. I love
Same
it.
for this piece, of course.
Terrific. That's fun. Okay, so tell us on this one, what was the base gypsum and what did you add to it?
I took the shape as a base gypsum, and then of course I added the position. I changed a little bit its position, and I added the pyrite on different spots and everything. Yeah.
Super. Okay, and let's go to the final wall here, and you have this is like a mining scene, and as you were explaining to me before, this is your boyfriend
Yes,
here.
exactly.
This is Marco Lorenzoni, good friend of ours. He and I were in Brazil together when we were at the Pedernera mine, and then just another miner.
Yes, exactly.
And I love that.
And we just did right after Christmas last year. We did this trip, and they wanted to go more inside. I was a little bit afraid. Most of the insects, because I'm not so afraid to come in. It's not a problem.
I'm a painter, not a botanist.
Exactly. And then I just took a picture of them. And when I got home and saw the picture, I was like, oh no, that has to be a painting.
I love it. I love it. How super. Okay, now these, completely different style. They don't look like paintings, they look like pen drawings.
Exactly.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, they're ink or pen drawings. Yeah.
So tell us about this. Is this an older one or a newer one?
This was maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I actually did it for Marco Lorenzoni for a T-shirt because it all just came out, all the story, and he finally could tell us that it was him that took it out. So it was a little surprise for him.
So this is one of the aquamarine
Yes,
plates that
exactly.
came out of the King of Kashmir
Yeah,
pocket.
and it is something that I did as a kid when I was a little bit bored at some lessons in school. So I did something like that, like with those black and white
Okay, yeah,
drawings.
so it's kind of like doodling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I just thought it could be nice. It looks like maybe like a tattoo or something.
I love it.
Nice.
You're exploring.
Yeah.
This is what artists do.
So
Okay, and what about this one?
I decided to do it. I didn't have much time to prepare for the show, but this takes quite maybe a few hours to do. So as the theme for the showcases were the alpine minerals, I decided to do something with that theme. Yeah.
Okay, and so you're going to continue to do mineral paintings.
Of course.
And I'm going to put your Instagram handle up on the screen. So if people want to follow you, they can follow you. And I hope you continue. I'm so happy to see you here again this year.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to see you at future shows, not only here in Munich, maybe Saint Marie, and maybe someday Tucson or Denver.
Of course. I hope so. I really hope so. I'll do my best.
Okay, Dynamite. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.